Could a humble piece of cheese actually outperform an egg in the battle against muscle loss? What you're about to hear might completely reshape the way you look at breakfast. For decades, eggs have been crowned the king of protein. Yet recent discoveries suggest that a certain type of cheese, simple, affordable, and likely sitting in your fridge, may help restore muscle faster, improve balance, and even reduce the risk of falls. But here's the catch: not every cheese has this effect. And that detail matters more than you think. Before I reveal which cheese it is, let's pause. If you're past 60, do you find yourself breathing harder on the stairs? Do you struggle to twist open a jar that once felt easy? That slow decline has a name: sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle mass and strength that can steal independence. Studies show we lose as much as 8% of muscle each year after 60. That's not just weakness, it's a loss of freedom. Here's the surprising part. While eggs are high-quality protein, the body digests them quickly. Within 2 hours, their amino acids spike in your blood and then vanish, like a match flaring in the dark, bright, but gone too soon. For younger adults, that brief surge might be enough. But for older bodies locked in what scientists call anabolic resistance, it's not. After 60, your body needs protein that lingers, trickling into the bloodstream steadily, like a gentle stream instead of a crashing wave. This is where the right cheese shines. Unlike eggs, its protein is released slowly over several hours, giving your muscles the steady fuel they need to repair, grow, and strengthen. That's why seniors who add it to their diets often notice more than just stronger legs. They regain steadiness when walking, more confidence climbing stairs, and the priceless feeling of self-reliance. And yet, here's something most people never talk about. The so-called pure egg whites, marketed as the cleanest protein, can actually trigger gut irritation in older adults with sensitive digestion. I've had countless patients tell me, "I eat eggs every single day, but I'm still getting weaker." The truth is, muscle health isn't just about how much protein you swallow, it's about how much your body can absorb, retain, and deliver to the muscles at the right time. This shift in understanding marks one of the most important breakthroughs in senior nutrition of the past decade. It reminds us that perfect solutions have an expiration date. What once worked at 40 may not serve you at 70. The body changes, and so must our choices. So let me leave you with this: if you've been relying only on eggs to protect your muscles, it might be time to rethink. A single, often overlooked food, steady, simple, and inexpensive, could be the missing key to slowing or even reversing sarcopenia. And the best part? It's not exotic. It's already part of your world. Now I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever heard the word sarcopenia before today? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments. Your story might inspire someone else to take that first step toward strength and independence. What if the food that truly beats eggs in protecting your muscles has been sitting quietly in your fridge this whole time? Not a supplement, not an exotic powder, but something so ordinary we often overlook it: cheese. But not just any cheese, the secret lies in cheeses rich in casein protein. Casein works differently. Instead of a quick burst that fades in 2 hours like eggs, casein drips amino acids into your bloodstream for 6 to 8 hours. Picture the difference: eggs are like striking a match, bright, but gone in an instant. Casein is like a steady flame that keeps burning through the night. For aging muscles struggling with sarcopenia, that slow release can mean the difference between decline and renewal. Science backs it up. In 2019, Dr. Stuart Phillips at McMaster University tracked older adults with muscle loss. After 16 weeks, those who consumed casein gained over 2 kilograms of muscle on average, while the egg group barely improved. Their grip strength, vital for independence, rose nearly 50%. And across the ocean, researchers in Japan confirmed the same: slow-digesting protein not only builds muscle but also reduces chronic inflammation, a hidden driver of aging. So why haven't you heard this before? Because industries protect their kingdoms. For decades, the egg industry built its empire with advertising, sponsorships, and medical endorsements. At the same time, supplement companies pushed whey protein, another fast-digesting option, because it sells. Casein, cheap and readily available in foods like cottage cheese, never fit the narrative. But science cannot stay hidden forever. In the past 3 years, more than 15 independent studies have confirmed it. Casein beats eggs for seniors. One woman I know, Carla, age 69, once struggled just to sit up from bed. She thought her independence was slipping away. Then she made one simple change, adding cottage cheese to her daily meals. Within weeks, she not only walked without fear of falling but even joined a yoga class at her local park. Her secret wasn't surgery or expensive pills, it was a bowl of soft, white curds. Cottage cheese is unique because it holds on to most of milk's original protein, especially micellar casein. In the stomach, it forms a gentle gel that slowly releases amino acids for hours. Imagine your muscles as a thirsty tree. Eggs are like dumping a bucket of water, it soaks and vanishes. Cottage cheese is like a drip system, feeding the roots all day. That's what aging muscles truly need. A single serving of quality cottage cheese delivers 28 grams of protein, rich in leucine and other muscle-building amino acids, with very few carbs. It also provides calcium for bones, vitamin B12 for energy, and compounds like glutamine and arginine that support immunity, circulation, mood, and even sleep. It doesn't just build new muscle, it protects the muscle you already have. This is more than nutrition, it's freedom. The freedom to climb stairs without fear. To open jars with steady hands. To stay strong enough to live on your own terms. Sometimes, life changes not with a new medicine, but with a small daily choice repeated again and again. So, the next time you're planning breakfast, ask yourself, will you settle for a quick spark, or choose the steady fire that keeps your strength alive? And if this message resonates with you, subscribe for more science-backed insights. Your future self will thank you. Listen carefully, because this story may astonish you. Julian, a 72-year-old man, thought his life was over after a fall shattered his hip. Surgery left him frail. Days turned into weeks of little movement. Muscles wasted away. Depression followed. He leaned on a cane just across the room. Climbing stairs became impossible. His wife, Estella, was exhausted from caregiving, her spirit nearly broken. Then we tried something different, a protocol few people know, but one that science has quietly confirmed. Not with pills, not with supplements, not with expensive powders. The answer was found in something simple, sitting on the shelves of any supermarket: cottage cheese. But here's the key, not all cheeses are created equal. Cottage cheese is rich in casein, a slow-digesting protein. Unlike eggs or whey, which flood the body with amino acids and vanish in 2 hours, casein creates a steady drip of nourishment lasting 6 to 8 hours. Imagine the difference. Eggs are a spark that burns out quickly. Cottage cheese is a steady flame that warms you all night long. For aging muscles resisting growth, that difference is life-changing. Julian committed to 3 servings a day, combined with gentle physical therapy and short daily walks. The results were staggering. After 1 month, he set aside his cane indoors. By the 2nd month, he climbed a flight of stairs unassisted. In month 3, he walked 2 kilometers with ease. By month 4, he strolled 5 kilometers daily and tended his garden again. Estella wept as she watched her husband reclaim his strength and independence. "This cheese saved our marriage," she whispered. But let me be clear, results like this come only when used correctly. Here are the essentials. Choose wisely, look for plain cottage cheese with no added sugar or starch, at least 13 g of protein per 100 g, and no artificial flavoring. Timing matters, 1 serving half an hour before bed, to fuel overnight recovery, 1 at breakfast, and 1 after exercise or mid-afternoon. Combine smartly, pair with turmeric and black pepper for anti-inflammatory power, berries or kiwi for antioxidants, and chia or flax seeds if digestion allows. And avoid these common mistakes. Heating cottage cheese, which damages delicate proteins. Buying light versions with less than 10 g protein per 100 g. Mixing it with simple carbs like crackers or white bread. Why does this matter? Because cottage cheese doesn't just build new muscle, it protects the muscle you already have. Research shows it reduces muscle loss during hospital stays or periods of inactivity. And it goes further, improving digestion, stabilizing energy, lifting mood, and supporting sleep. No pill, no powder, no machine can rival the sustainable impact of this simple, daily choice. Still skeptical? Consider Patricia, age 78. Once so frail she needed her son's arm just to walk, she began the same protocol. 3 months later, she was dancing tango again at her community center. This isn't hype. After analyzing over 30 brands across 4 countries, I learned one lesson: the right product makes the difference between disappointment and transformation. Now, I'll turn the question to you: had you ever heard that cottage cheese could fight muscle loss and restore independence? And will you give it a place in your daily meals? Share your thoughts below. I read every single comment. When it comes to regaining muscle at 70, every choice matters. One wrong product can cut your progress in half. That's why knowing how to select the right cottage cheese is not a luxury, it's survival. Start with the nutrition label. The first number I check is protein per 100 grams. A good cottage cheese must offer at least 14 grams. Anything less usually means watered-down curds, hidden fillers, or both. I've seen brands with only 8 or 9 grams, forcing seniors to eat double just to meet basic needs, along with double the sodium and additives. For someone already eating lightly, that's a roadblock. Next comes sodium. Some brands pack in over 400 milligrams per 100 g, which can sabotage anyone on blood pressure medication. My rule is simple: keep it under 300 milligrams per 100 g. That way, you get the benefits without raising risks. Then look at ingredients. If the label reads like a chemistry exam, carrageenan, guar gum, xanthan gum, walk away. Many of these additives irritate the gut, a problem older adults cannot afford. The best choices are the simplest: milk, cultures, salt. Nothing more. Texture matters, too. Quality cottage cheese has firm, creamy curds. It should never be soupy, flooded with whey, or sour-smelling. If it looks tired, it probably is. Which brands deliver? In the United States, I've seen consistent results with Breakstones, Friendship Dairies, and Organic Valley. In Mexico, Lala and El Pura can work, though some light versions dilute the protein. In Spain, Danone Natural and Central Lira are solid options. In Argentina, La Serenissima and Traeger maintain good standards. But no matter where you are, the golden rule remains: always read the label. And what about fat content? My answer is clear: choose full fat. Why? Because fat helps you absorb vitamins A, D, E, and K, crucial for bones, immunity, and recovery. It keeps you fuller longer, reducing poor snack choices. It contains CLA, a natural anti-inflammatory. And research shows whole milk dairy does not increase heart risk in healthy seniors. In fact, it can improve lipid profiles. Now let's talk protocol. Over years of clinical practice, I've refined a plan that works again and again. The goal is not excess, it's precision. Frequency: 3 servings a day, morning, midday, and before bed. Portion: about 200 g daily, split into 2 or 3 servings. Pairings: berries for antioxidants, walnuts or almonds for magnesium, turmeric or cinnamon for anti-inflammation. Timing: the bedtime serving is the most powerful, because muscles rebuild during deep sleep. Think of it this way: eggs give you a flood of amino acids that vanish in 2 hours. Cottage cheese gives you a steady drip lasting all night, directly feeding your muscles during their natural repair cycle. This isn't just food. Used correctly, cottage cheese becomes therapy, a quiet ally against sarcopenia. I've seen men like Julian walk again without a cane, and women like Patricia return to the dance floor, all through this daily ritual. So I leave you with this question: if 3 simple servings a day could restore your strength, balance, and independence, would you start tomorrow? If this video has helped you, don't forget to like, share it with your loved ones, and subscribe so you never miss another guide designed for senior health. And please, share your own story in the comments. Have you tried cottage cheese before, and how will you begin your journey? Because sometimes, the difference between a fragile old age and a powerful one is just a single small change at breakfast. Now, let's move forward, but carefully. Because as powerful as the cottage cheese protocol is, there are mistakes that can quietly erase its benefits. And these mistakes are far more common than you think. The first mistake is believing more is better. Some people eat 600 to 700 grams a day, thinking results will come faster. What they actually get is bloating, kidney strain, and in some cases, elevated blood urea levels. Precision matters. Overdoing it can backfire, especially if kidney function isn't perfect. The second mistake is ignoring mild lactose intolerance. Seniors often miss the signs: fatigue, slow digestion, low-grade inflammation. Yet this irritation weakens nutrient absorption and blocks muscle growth. If you feel bloated or unwell after eating cottage cheese, don't dismiss it. Switch to a lactose-free version or pair it with digestive enzymes. The third mistake is poor timing. The most important serving is at night, exactly 2 hours before sleep. Too early, and you miss the body's natural recovery window. Too late, and you may face reflux or restless sleep. This small detail makes a huge difference. The fourth mistake is eating it cold, straight from the fridge. For slow digestion, especially in seniors with low stomach acid, that's a burden. Let it warm to room temperature or pair it with chamomile or ginger tea. Your stomach will thank you. The fifth mistake is forgetting the bigger picture. Cottage cheese works best inside a balanced diet. If the rest of your meals are filled with sugar, processed fats, or too few vegetables, you blunt its power. The sixth mistake is a surprising one: mixing cottage cheese with citrus fruit on an empty stomach. For those with hidden gastritis, this can trigger acid flare-ups. A safer alternative? Berries, baked apples, or unsweetened compote. And the final mistake is emotional: giving up too soon. Many expect miracles in 1 week. Real transformation takes 4 to 8 weeks of consistency. Track your progress with photos, grip strength, or walking distance. Seeing small gains keeps the fire alive. But there's more. Certain medications, like tetracycline antibiotics or thyroid drugs, can be blocked by calcium in cottage cheese. Always keep at least a 2-hour gap. And if you have uncontrolled kidney disease, severe casein allergy, or recurrent kidney stones, this protocol must be adjusted or avoided. The truth is this: the cottage cheese protocol is not magic. It's applied science. It requires precision, patience, and awareness of your own body. But when done correctly, it becomes one of the most powerful allies against sarcopenia I have ever seen. It works quietly, steadily, deeply, rebuilding muscle while you sleep, walk, or simply live your day. So ask yourself this: will you let small mistakes steal your strength, or will you take control with one simple, disciplined choice? If you found this valuable, hit like, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more science-based strategies to keep your body strong after 60. And in the comments, tell me, will you start your cottage cheese journey tomorrow? Because the path to a stronger future begins not with a miracle drug, but with the next meal you choose.